Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today. And this week sees the release of the Stephen King crime drama series, The Outsider, hitting store shelves along with not one, not two, but three Scream Factory titles coming your way. The first being the 2001 ghost-infested horror flick, 13 Ghosts. The second being the Stephen King horror adaptation Graveyard Shift from 1990. And from 1976, the apartment horror flick The Tenant. Plus much, much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we're at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. All right, everybody, we are in a Walmart, and it actually looks like there's like some things here and down here worth checking out yet again this week. Is this Walmart starting to turn around? Who the hell knows, guys, but for the meantime, I'm happy. And the first thing I'm seeing over here is they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of Deep Blue Sea 3 for $19.96, the DVD for $14.96, and I knew this was coming out, guys. No lie. I knew this was coming out, but I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, and I gotta watch it. I've been like really busy with a lot of other personal stuff going on, but I almost kind of don't want to watch it. And dude, let's be real, man. Deep Blue Sea 2 sucked balls. Okay, it sucked major nutsack. Okay, man, it really honestly did, dude. I mean, there was no reason to make a Deep Blue Sea 2, especially so many goddamn years after the first one. And by the way, that first Deep Blue Sea is amazing. It's fantastic. Yes, it's cheesy as shit, but you know what, man? I really enjoy the hell out of that movie, especially Samuel L. Jackson and his big like speech and shit. Great, dude. And the second one, I think a lot of people were hyped about it. They're like, oh my god, Deep Blue Sea 2. And I'm like, it's going straight to DVD and Blu-ray. Like, it's probably not gonna be that good. Everybody was still hyped, and well, come to find out, Deep Blue Sea was really bad, man. And so I knew they announced Deep Blue Sea 3, and I'm like, oh, damn it. Why? I keep on like asking myself like why. I mean, the second one made a decent chunk of change. It made a decent amount. It's not, I mean, yeah, going to DVD and Blu-ray, it could only make so much. Probably also video on demand, but I mean, it made enough to warrant a third film, so why the fuck not, man? But let's see what this is about. Oh, little happy. The idea of experimentations and the offspring, and oh my god, if they made it's the end of us. Oh, I think, isn't it that chick from Lost? Yeah, I think it is. The one who played like Ben's daughter. Interesting. I mean, truth be told, guys, a lot of straight to DVD sequels are not that great, and only, geez, I would say less than a small handful of even like third films that are going straight to DVD and Blu-ray are even that good or even impressive at that. I mean, it's probably not going to be a good movie. It's probably going to be a cheese fest, which I don't mind, but the special effects might not be so hot. Neither might be the acting either. Is it a curiosity watch? Sure, if you like sharks, why the hell not? But dude, I'm gonna take a wild gamble and say this movie ain't good, man. I'm gonna take a wild one on that one. I mean, definitely let me know what you think of Deep Blue Sea 3. I will say this much, though. The cover is fantastic. I mean, give Deep Blue Sea 2 and 3 credit for something. Those covers, dude, like, you pass by that, and you will want to check that movie out, because the cover looks great. Dude, all these bad movies end up having really good covers. Like, what the hell, dude? They always get you, damn it, with something. Deadlier than ever. I doubt it, but I guess one of these days I'll have to find out, huh? Definitely let me know what you guys think of Deep Blue Sea 3. Then over here, I'm seeing they have the DVD of The Outsider, the first season from HBO for 1996. Look at that, man. Great goddamn cover. Now, I thought this was actually supposed to come out like a few weeks back or something, but maybe they changed the release date on it for some reason. Who knows, guys? But I did get a chance to watch this. I've told you guys I have Amazon Prime, but I also have like I've done like this sort of free trial thing for HBO, and I decided why not sort of give The Outsider a chance, so that's what I did. Now, mind you, I've never read the novel by Stephen King, so I've never done that. So this story and all the characters and everything is completely brand new to me. Now, this is a 10 episode season. Each episode is pretty much about an hour long. And what this story is it's basically about this guy who ends up kidnapping and killing this young child. Now, with any Stephen King story, it's not as black and white as you might think it is. And there's a lot of gray, and it's very complicated. And that's what The Outsider is. And it's most likely never a human being. It's most likely something supernatural, and that's definitely what The Outsider is, guys. Now, I got to admit, I was a little skeptical about watching this, but I heard mixed, pretty much. Most positive, though. And I was like, I'm still going to give it a chance. And honestly, man, this show was fantastic, dude. No lie. I was hooked every single second of every single episode. I was intrigued by the characters. I was intrigued by the mysteries, by the plot. I thought the characters were well grounded. I really liked how, diving into this mystery more and seeing the personalities and the struggles and the hardships that these characters went through and the dilemmas that they have. It was really great. They all brought something unique to the table. All the actors did an amazing job here. I thought the story was well drawn out and well told. It didn't feel like it was overly long or felt like it was stretching itself. It felt like it was the perfect length. I think it's really well written, well acted, well directed. It's very creepy. It's very atmospheric. It's very eerie. Like, there's times where you almost feel like there's something, like almost watching you. Like, you're watching the show and the show's almost watching you, and you feel sort of creeped out by it. It's really well done, dude. I think The Outsider is fantastic, man. Honestly, from what I read, there is changes between the novel and the TV show, but I have to admit, guys, that for the most part, it seems to be pretty well intact, though. But honestly, if you're a fan of the Stephen King novel, then this is absolutely great storytelling. It is honestly genuinely terrifying and extremely well told, dude. I really had a great time with this show, and I think you guys really will too. Definitely give it a chance. There's been a lot of disappointment with Stephen King in the past, but this one really delivers. And then over here, I'm seeing they have the final season of Orange is the New Black for 1996. Now, wow, season 7. I forgot there was like 7 seasons of this shit. I have never watched a single episode of Orange is the New Black. I might have told you guys that back when the previous season came out on physical media, but I haven't. And I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are like, dude, you've got to get up on this. You've got to watch Orange is the New Black. And I do. Everybody pretty much tells me ad nauseum to check this stuff out. And they're not wrong, dude. Honestly, I got to check this stuff out in a big bad way, man. I like a lot of really cool, sort of like, well, not cool, like very gritty prison stuff, like Oz. I really enjoy Oz. So a lot of people tell me if I liked Oz, then most likely I'll like Orange is the New Black. There's some really interesting characters, they tell me. It's very quirky, but yet very gritty and dark and brutal as well. I'm really interested to check this out. This was one of the first major huge shows for Netflix, a must watch. And I always kind of was a little hesitant, but I definitely got to check this one out. Is the final season worth it? Does it end in a really sort of satisfying way? I mean, definitely let me know, guys. Then I'm also seeing over here they have, geez, another final season for Hawaii Five-0 for $32.96. $32.96 for that, and $19.96 for Orange Is the New Black. Geez, there's something really fucked up about that, guys. I'm telling you. So this is another one that I've never seen any episodes for, but I remember when this was starting, and I thought to myself, I was like, wait a minute, like they're rebooting Hawaii Five-0? You mean like, you know, Don Johnson and sort of the 80s colors and all that sort of, you know, ridiculous over the top cheesy stuff? They're rebooting that into a TV show? And yeah, they honestly are. I don't know if I really want to, dude. I mean, this was done by CBS, and no offense to CBS, they do some good shows, but a lot of it is a ton of procedurals. It's paint by numbers, you know, the bad guy, and then they catch the bad guy, and, you know, they do it all over again the next episode. I get it, and there's some cool characters here. I did hear good things about it, though, that it was a decent show to check out. Maybe at some point I will. I do know that one of the reasons I wanted to check it out was because they had Daniel Day Kim on here from Lost, who I really love him from Lost, and I think eventually he got fired from the show or something, so he's not even here in the final season, I don't think, which is really a shame, dude. It's interesting to do a reboot of sort of modern day, but was anyone really clamoring for Hawaii Five-0? I'm not sure about that, guys. I mean, definitely let me know about that one. Then I'm seeing over here they have the 17th season. God, man, 17 damn seasons of NCIS for $32.96. Jesus, man. That is a lot of friggin' seasons for this goddamn show, dude. Now, I gotta admit that Bob really enjoys NCIS, man. He, you know, for some reason, he's not really much of a guy that does sort of procedural while watching. He's not that type of dude. He's more like mythology, storytelling, and stuff that I would watch. But for some reason, NCIS is the one show that he really liked, dude. He really did, and it kind of shocked me, but he did. I think it's because of Mark Harmon, because, you know, Mark Harmon's cool, dude. Who is the deadly terrorist? Oh, so there was actually some sort of like mystery to this season, because usually with these shows like NCIS or Hawaii Five-0 or something, what happens is that they're very sort of like paint by numbers, procedural, and I'm sure this is too, but it's like every episode, new bad guy, new situation. But this sort of seems like it actually has like a through line of sort of this bad guy that they're trying to track, which is really cool, actually. 17 seasons of NCIS, man. See, the thing about it with these ones, whether it was like this one or a whole bunch of other stuff out there, whether it's, you know, doctors or cops or anything, it seems like they go for a long ass time. And 17 seasons, man. I don't know what the record is for like the longest show in history, but NCIS has got to be getting close to that, dude. Solve the mystery, save the world. No, I never got into it. Procedurals are not really my thing, but Mark Harmon is pretty cool, though. Definitely let me know what you think about the 17th damn season of NCIS. Is it still interesting after 17 years? Whew, Jesus, man. It's kind of crazy, dude. And actually crazy to think that there was actually some interesting media yet again to check out this week. I'm kind of shocked, dude, because 2 weeks in a row, and there's stuff that I didn't think this Walmart was gonna carry. Very impressed indeed. Hope you were too. Let's head out. It's not so bad this week, guys. It honestly is not that bad. Look, it's a slow release week, that's for sure, man. There's not a big, huge, like, gigantic amount of releases that is coming out this week. And I thought, okay, the stores are not going to carry a lot, and we still might find that at some of the other places, but I thought like the one place that's not going to have like almost anything is going to be this Walmart, dude. Because this Walmart, when there's a like slow release week or not a lot of major titles, and they don't have a lot of stuff, but dude, they surprised me this week. And actually they surprised me now for the second week in a row. Usually I'm here saying, oh God, I didn't find anything, this is a bust, but not anymore. Are they changing their ways? I'd actually like to think they're changing their ways. I would actually like to believe that, guys. Let's hope it's true. Hopefully they're getting on the same page as that other Walmart that I go to. Hopefully they have just as much cool physical media. Again, I've always said baby steps, and this one you gotta take baby steps with it, but not half bad, dude. Some interesting sort of B-movie indie titles, a lot of television to check out. Not half bad, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's head next location and see what we can find. All right, everybody, we are at our second location. You guessed it, Target. But before we go in, I wanted to talk about something real quick. Now, mind you, I know that I've said it for weeks now, but it bears repeating, that there was a sales report that came out from the UK that said that digital sales have finally overtaken physical sales during the pandemic. Now, digital sales is at 51% and physical is at 49%. Okay. So basically they attribute that, okay, so people are buying digital as far as purchasing the movies digitally. They're buying them that way. They're not renting them or anything. They're just buying them. And I don't know how many times I have to put it into people's heads, but when you are getting digital releases, you're not buying these movies. You're not buying them. You are renting them for a certain long period of time until that service either no longer has the rights to have that in their digital library, or they just decide, whatever, we're just not getting the sales from it anymore, we're going to ditch it. You're not buying the movie. And I think this goes to a larger point with, I think, consumers. And I don't know if it's up to you and I, or if it's up to a lot of these physical companies to try to impart the idea that physical is forever and digital is temporary. Now, I know there's a lot of pushback that I'm going to get. Well, Seth, a lot of these services are not going to go the way of the dinosaur, and there will always be these movies on digital in one capacity or another, and maybe not. I mean, look, there are so many movies that are on physical right now that will never see the light of day on digital. Let's be realistic. A lot of the B movies that I like, a lot of those cheesy 80s flicks, some of those forgotten stuff from the 90s, stuff from the 50s all the way to like the 70s and everything. Do you think that shit's coming on digital? No. I mean, some of that stuff hasn't even come on physical yet. I mean, let's be realistic, man. I mean, so I think the consumers out there see digital and they see how easy it is, and they see that they don't have to get up from their couch to put a disc in, and they are like, wow, I'll just buy it here. But I think the marketing needs to get better in reflecting that. Because I remember when DVD came out, and I remember when Blu-ray was starting, and there were so many advertisements and everything of like, this is what Blu-ray is, and this is what DVD is, and they were just showing it and showcasing it. Why don't these companies go out of their way to make a point against digital and for physical? I don't see a lot of these companies really doing that, and I think they really need to start doing it. I'm trying to, bring it attention, but it can't just be me. It's got to be everybody as well. And I know a lot of you guys that I'm talking to love physical, but there's a lot of subset of people that only go digital because of the convenience, or because they truly believe that they're owning the film. But that's not entirely the case, guys. I think there's a divide between young and old, but I also think there's a divide in just the fact that we're not getting the information out to people, and they're not processing it well enough to understand that these movies, that if you really want to own these movies, if you really want to have them, then physical is the way to go. Somebody's got to do the hard task, and I guess it has to be me, and hopefully some of you guys as well. Definitely let me know if you've seen some of that divide. In the meantime, well, let's head into Target, and hopefully we'll see a hell of a lot more than I think we're going to see. God, let's hope. Let's head in and check it out. All right, everybody, we are in at Target right here, and it seems like there's not really anything to see over here except the DVD of You Should Have Left for $16.99. This kind of shocks me because I was not expecting this movie to actually come out. I didn't see that it was on the list to come out this week, but this is a total surprise, dude. Wow, this movie went straight to streaming. Now, it's a Blumhouse film. It went straight to streaming because of the whole coronavirus situation and everything. And I was intrigued by it because of Kevin Bacon. Dude, come on. I love me some Kevin Bacon. Don't we all? Don't we all love a little bacon in our lives? Duh. I really was intrigued by him. I was intrigued by the trailer and the story of this sort of haunted house. I thought it was interesting. I thought it looked kind of unique and creepy, and I was willing to give it a chance, dude. And I left sort of half and half. I left a little bit disappointed. I mean, the movie's not terrible. Basically, it's about this married couple that moves into this house with their little girl, and what ends up happening is basically the house itself is possessed in a lot of ways. I won't really give anything away, but weird happenings are going on. Time is skipping. Rooms are moving around. There's sort of a shadowy figure that's in the house that is sort of haunting them. That kind of stuff that's going on. Like I said, I won't give anything away. I think it's worth at least a watch. But what I will say to you guys is that the movie is... See, as far as sort of possessed, like haunted house type of movies go, sort of something wrong that needs to be put right. I mean, there's a ton of them. I mean, shit, choose any one of the Amityville movies, The Grudge, What Lies Beneath, a lot of different ones like that. The Conjuring, Insidious. I mean, there's a crap load of them, guys. This, like I said, this movie is paint by numbers. You kind of know where it's heading. You kind of know what's going on, but at the same time, there's also moments where you're really confused and you're like, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and I don't know what the fuck is going on here. It's kind of a mixed bag. What I will admit is that the acting is really good here. I like Kevin Bacon. I like Amanda Seyfried, which, let's be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Amanda Seyfried. I mean, she's good. I don't hate her, but do I love her? Not exactly. I thought everybody did a good job. I thought some of the explanations made sense, and others of them I was kind of left scratching my head. Like, I'm like, okay, this is the explanation? Or what? I like the creepy house. I mean, there's things about it that I like, but it is a little bit of a mixed bag, and tends to be a little bit of a predictable movie. Like I said, it's not terrible, and I think if you're into these sort of haunted house possession type of movies, give it a go. I can't say it's going to be your favorite movie, and I can't say it's going to be your favorite among like Kevin Bacon stuff, because like I think of a movie that he did a long time back that I really loved that is kind of similar to this is Stir of Echoes. And Stir of Echoes was really great, man. This nowhere near touches Stir of Echoes, but it is decent. And I didn't outright hate it, but I didn't outright love it either. I'm kind of on the fence about this one, but I'm actually surprised to see this here because, truth be told, I was not expecting You Should Have Left anytime soon. So the fact that it came to DVD after being on streaming for kind of a short while is actually really nice, dude. If you haven't given this a chance and love a little bacon in your life, definitely give You Should Have Left a chance, guys. Other than that, that's all I'm seeing over on this side. They're a little bit picked over, though, so we'll see if there's anything else they got, guys. Then over on this side, guys, there's not really much to show off over here, but I did see that they had a lot of, like, features, like triple features of the Expendables franchise or stuff with, like, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a little bit of a Nicolas Cage film collection right here. But the one I was really looking at was Schwarzenegger here. This 6 film collection of Schwarzenegger, and it's such a really odd collection of Schwarzenegger flicks. Like, some are really great, and some are in his heyday, and others of them are like really older Schwarzenegger, and others of them are like really unknown Schwarzenegger. Last Stand is older Schwarzenegger. Total Recall is prime Schwarzenegger. T2 is prime. Red Heat, I would say, is early, getting towards prime Schwarzenegger. Maggie is old Schwarzenegger, and Hercules in New York is old school Schwarzenegger. Like, really, like, unknown Schwarzenegger, I would say, man. Shit, dude. Very interesting, eclectic collection of titles, dare I say, man. I mean, I love T2. Red Heat I hadn't seen in a long time, but I remember really loving it. Total Recall is great. Maggie, Maggie was more of a drama than any sort of action flick or anything, so I wouldn't really call that sort of like Arnold action. Last Stand was okay. I remember seeing Last Stand in the movie theaters with Bob, because it was one of those like big sort of comeback movies for Schwarzenegger after, I believe, he was the Governor or something like that, and it was okay. It wasn't great, but it had its moments. But Hercules in New York, oh my god, man, I haven't seen that shit in like forever, man. Like, he's like going around New York, and he's Hercules, and people don't believe him. He's Hercules, and he's got to prove it to people, and he's got his manager with him. And like, there's a really great one that I love, and you probably have seen, which is like, there's basically a scene where like he goes to this sort of campus, and they're like throwing and throwing javelins and everything, and he's like they're puny, I am better. And they're like, well, you old tough guy, if you're better, then you do it. And then he's like, okay, I will. And he does it, and he just fucking smokes these guys, and everyone's like, what? And it's like, it's real hilarity, man. It's like early Schwarzenegger, dude, like before he became Schwarzenegger, you know what I mean, man? Wow, dude, what an eclectic set that is. That's crazy, dude. That one, and even the Nicolas Cage one, like really eclectic, dude. Most of these ones I actually enjoy. Deadfall I've never seen, but I have seen Bangkok Dangerous, and that is Bangkok terrible, dude. That is goddamn. Yeah, I didn't like that one, dude. Joe's actually really good. Drive Angry is really fun. Knowing, man, a lot of people shit on Knowing, but I absolutely really enjoy it. I like that flick, man. And Lord of War is great. So, I mean, this is not a bad set either, but so weird, man. Usually, Target doesn't carry this stuff, man, but it's kind of interesting. I wanted to show off a couple of those things. And then over here, I'm just seeing a couple of things over here. I'm seeing they have the final season of Orange is the New Black for $24.99. They do have that. And they also have NCIS, the 17th season, for $39.99 here as well. Now, I was thinking about sort of procedural, like police procedural shows, because I can't say I was never into police procedurals, because actually at one point I was. Like, when I was a kid, I watched shows like The Commish, I watched JAG, NYPD Blue, if you guys remember those ones. And even there was a show, it only lasted one season, with Richard Grieco, called Booker. If you have ever heard of that one, man, that's one not many people have heard of. There's one season of Booker, man, and I remember that shit, dude. But I mean, after sort of the huge success of CSI and all of the spin-offs, like, you know, they were gonna make more of them, and NCIS was one of those ones. And there's even a hell of a lot of spin-offs of NCIS too. I mean, I guess if it's popular, why not? I mean, I sort of grew out of the police procedurals after a while, but I know people still enjoy them. They're fun entertainment, so why the hell not, man? Not bad if you're into that kind of stuff, man. Like I said, kind of a slow week. They don't even have The Outsider today. I usually thought they would have The Outsider, but no, not at all, man. Really stinks, dude. But
There's a couple of things to check out, and not half bad. And I have to admit, guys, I still was not expecting you should have left here. I was not expecting this movie at all, man. I didn't think this movie was gonna come out this quick on physical. That's a shocker. But definitely check that one out. It's okay though. Give it a look if you're into those type of flicks. Not half bad this week. Could have been a bit better, but still a few surprises. Not half bad. Let's head out. So on top of all of the selection that we saw here at Target, I saw something else that's really curious to me, guys. Now, when the hell did Keanu Reeves get a coloring book? When? When was somebody gonna tell me this? Look at this thing. This is literally awesome. Holy crap, dude. Look at that. Kittens. He's with kittens. Look at that. There's a bomb in the bus. Look at that, man. Whoa. Like, he has his own goddamn coloring book. My mind is completely blown, guys. Oh my crap. And that's not just it, because you also have one for Jason Momoa. Holy crap, Jason Momoa, man. You also have one for him too. Is this like a thing now? Like, what the hell is this, dude? Like, weird actor coloring books? Like, I know there's a lot of coloring books for, like, adults, but, like, really? Dude, that's so weird, man. That is so odd indeed. Oh my god, man, that's craziness. But I had to show that out because I thought that was the weirdest goddamn thing ever, man. So odd, dude. So weird. Dude, I'm now kind of interested in coloring books now that Keanu Reeves has one. Like, that's so odd, man. But no, man, Target, look, I knew Target was not going to have a big selection this week. I was hoping for a little bit more, but there was a couple things I was not expecting them to have. Like, I'm like, these, like, film collections that they usually don't, but I think they did that just to fill up their shelves with something. I think they got those. I think, you know, also having that, like, You Should Have Left DVD, really cool, man. I was not expecting that to come out this week. I mean, considering Walmart didn't carry it, I'm like kind of shocked by that. But yeah, that was a surprise too. Not half bad. Again, this is a slow week, so usually Target is more on the lighter side. And yeah, we didn't see The Outsider, but overall though, I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised, honestly, guys. Not half bad this week. Again, I went in with really low expectations, and they were kind of met. Not bad, but I swear to God, that coloring book, pretty damn cool, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, man. That was really unique and interesting. Oh, let's see what else this out and about will take us.
All right, everybody, we are at our third location, the second Walmart. We're going to go in and see if they have any new or interesting weird B-movie cheese that we're used to seeing here at this second Walmart. So we're going to go in here and find that out. Before we do, though, I want to talk about a quick trailer with you guys, and that is for a new Amazon Prime show called Truth Seekers with Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, man. And you know, I was hearing a lot of excitement over it, and so I wanted to check the trailer out, man. Now, basically what it is, from what I gather from the trailer, is basically these dudes that are investigating the creepy and the paranormal, and it's just their sort of wacky adventures dealing with that stuff. It's almost like a modern day, like, Ghostbusters, almost, I'd probably like say. But what really is gonna make this show is Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, man. That's what's gonna make this show, dude, because their chemistry together is absolutely fantastic, dude. I mean, I remember the first time seeing them in Shaun of the Dead, loving Shaun of the Dead, thinking it was great. And then there was those couple other ones. There was Hot Fuzz, which I liked, but I didn't love Hot Fuzz. I wasn't a huge fan of it. World's End was decent, but again, it couldn't reach the levels of Shaun of the Dead for me. And then I remember seeing Paul. Now, I know a lot of people shit on Paul, man. A lot of people really go, man, hatred on Paul. I actually end up really liking Paul. I think it's honestly a pretty fun and unique, sci-fi comedy. I happen to like it, man. But, mind you, they haven't worked together for a while. They've gone off and done different projects, and it's nice to see them coming back together. It looks fun. The special effects look cool. I like the monsters and the ghost, and seeing Malcolm McDowell in here as well, and sort of comedy with him being old, and it looks fun. It looks interesting, man. I mean, dude, with everything that's going on in the world, dude, and with coronavirus and movie theaters still closed, a lot of people are more enjoying their entertainment through streaming services, Amazon Prime and Netflix and a lot of these other places. And a lot of these companies are getting prime material for people to be entertained by. And if this is continuing to go the way it is with this pandemic and places still being closed for a while, that's just going to be the norm, man. So honestly, this looks really fun and really cool, dude. And if you love the two of those guys together, then this is definitely up your alley, guys. Definitely let me know what you think about that. In the meantime, let's head in the second Walmart and see what goodies we can find.
All right, everybody, we are in the second Walmart, and I'm seeing a few interesting things worth checking out here. The first thing I'm seeing is they have Run with the Hunted for $12.96. No laws, no loyalty. Interesting. What do we got? We got Ron Perlman here. We got William Forsythe. We got Michael Carmen Pitt. God, where have I seen that guy before? God, thinking about. Oh, now, yeah, okay. He was in the Funny Games remake, on top of a few other things I've seen, yeah. But that's where I know him from the most. I know he was also on Boardwalk Empire as well. Some Ron Perlman action. Not bad. Love the stash. Oscar young away a noble murder and is forced to run away from his rural hometown, leaving behind his bus. So it's kind of like running away from your past, finding somebody who saved you, life lessons, that type of thing. Okay, sounds decent enough, I guess. I mean, unfortunately with Ron Perlman, dude, God, I love Ron Perlman to death, man, but he can't get really any work anymore, unfortunately. Like, Hollywood has unfortunately pretty much abandoned him. Last big major movie I saw him in on the big screen was Pacific Rim. Unfortunately, man, he's a really great actor, but as I said, man, once you get older, dude, Hollywood or the big wigs kind of throw you away. But glad to see him still doing work, though. Well, it doesn't look that bad, though, man. Then I'm seeing over here they have the Blu-ray digital of The Outsider and the DVD. Now, I wanted to talk about this here for a reason, and the reason is that so with the ending of The Outsider, the confrontation, like the final confrontation that happens between this entity and the people that are trying to hunt this thing down, it's a little it's a little lackluster. It's a little anticlimactic. It's still good. I still really enjoyed it, but unfortunately it felt I was wanting a little bit more from it. And I think that's an argument with Stephen King adaptations in general, isn't it? I mean, it really honestly is. If you think about it, Stephen King has really great stories, really wonderful tales, but sometimes sticking the landing is not incredibly the easiest thing for Stephen King and some of these filmmakers. I think sometimes the filmmakers go out of their way to change the ending. I look at something like The Mist, where The Mist completely changed what the ending was, and I think they did it for the better. I think you look at endings to movies like Dreamcatcher or The Langoliers. I I mean, storm of the century, and I think some of those are lacking. The journey to get there is really great, but the ending is kind of lacking. And even if you look at something like It Chapter 2, with the whole Pennywise thing and the confrontation and the whole thing with beating Pennywise by fear and you know, being strong and everything. And I think a lot of people kind of were a little disappointed by that. And I kind of feel like Stephen King is one of those authors, and his adaptations are most of those where it's like the journey's great, but the ending just it can't stick it, dude. It can't. And I do think where it is really great, that's where these filmmakers like a Stanley Kubrick and some of these other filmmakers have gone out of their way. People like John Carpenter and many others who have taken his material and have reshaped it in a way that the ending is better. And sometimes Stephen King really likes the ending, because he's talked about the ending of The Mist, how he really prefers that one. Or you look at something like The Shining, where Stephen King has still to this day hates The Shining and hates what they did to it. So I'm kind of curious what you guys think about Stephen King adaptations. Do you think that they stick the landing, or do you think that there's a little bit more to them, like you wanted more? I love the journey, and I love the exploration, and I love the mysteries, but sometimes the ending is never as good as the journey. Am I wrong? Definitely let me know. And what are some that have really stuck the landing, and ones that have really messed it up in a big bad way? Definitely let me know, guys. Then I'm seeing over here they have the DVD of Legacy of Lies, a Scott Adkins special, baby. He's afraid of nothing except the truth. Oh, another Scott Adkins straight to DVD special. What is this about, man? You can run from everything except your past. Adkins stars in his pulse-pounding global spy thriller. Oh, do tell. The global spy thriller, and he's got to get there in the nick of time. Oh, we've seen quite a these ones, haven't we, guys? You know, look, man, I think Scott Adkins is decent. I don't know a lot of Scott Adkins films. I only know a few that I've enjoyed, ones that had Donnie Yen in it or some other big martial arts people. But Scott Adkins is decent, though. He's not bad. I mean, he's kind of like the poor man's Jean-Claude Van Damme, or the poor man's Steven Seagal, that kind of thing. I mean, he's good, but is he like the big star that everybody loves? No, but you see him, you think, that's a cool guy. He does some decent movies, but he'll always pale in comparison to JCVD, baby. Interesting there. They also have Orange is the New Black, the final season. They have that here for. Of course, they have the final season of Hawaii Five-0. They do have You Should Have Left for $14.96. I thought we'd only see this over at Target, but I'm glad we're seeing it here at the second Walmart, man. Now, this movie is directed by David Koepp. Now, if you guys don't know David Koepp, well, you know him, but you know him sort of behind the scenes, because he has written some of your favorite movies, dude. He's helped write some of the Jurassic Park films, some of the Indiana Jones stuff. He's helped write a lot of like interesting like sci-fi thrillers, a lot of Steven Spielberg flicks. He's gone out of his way to write a lot of really cool and interesting films. And he's even directed a few. He directed Secret Window with Johnny Depp, which, by the way, Secret Window is not bad. I know it's gotten a lot of shit, but I happen to like it. I mean, yeah, you kind of know what's going on early in the film, so it's not really a mystery. But I liked it, and he also wrote that one, and he also directed this film, You Should Have Left. Now, mind you, he also directed Stir of Echoes, which includes Kevin Bacon, so that's why they have that relationship together from that film. like I said, I enjoy the film, but again, it's paint by numbers. You know what you're getting. It's a little confusing at points. But if you've seen Amityville, if you've seen some of these were being possessed by this house or by, like, the devil or my future self or whatever like that, then you kind of know where this is going. That the family has to get out before it's too late. There has to be a sacrifice. You get it, man. I like David Koepp as a writer and a director, but he's not the most creative guy, at least not anymore. Back in the day, you look at Jurassic Park, you look at those Indiana Jones ones, and he was really fascinating, and he was really a very creative guy. And I think nowadays, unfortunately, he's pretty much done most of the bag of tricks that he's gonna have. This was a good movie, but I'm kind of glad that it came to streaming and now DVD. I just can't see it really being one that people were really gonna go out of their way to find from Blumhouse. Blumhouse is good. I like some of their horror stuff, but sometimes they're a little lackluster or they don't quite hit the landing, and You Should Have Left, as decent as it is, doesn't quite hit that landing, even though really good stuff from Kevin Bacon. But come on, Kevin Bacon is usually good anyways, whether we're talking about, you know, Hollow Man, Stir of Echoes, Footloose, Dead Silence, all that great stuff, man. Of course, he's always good, dude. Fantastic. You got then, of course, whatever Golden Treasure is, but we won't even talk about that. Interesting stuff, guys. And of course, they do have that Back to the Future trilogy as well that I showed off not too long back. Now, mind you, what I wanted to say about the Back to the Future trilogy real quick is that I actually ended up finding out they had this huge, massive news thing about they're going to release the 4K edition, which honestly looks really cool, the 4K edition of Back to the Future. But the problem I have with it, and Back to the Future has always had this problem, no matter what it has been, whether it's been, you know, previous DVD releases, previous Blu-ray releases, now the 4K stuff, the artwork is kind of lacking. Is it just me, man? Because I was looking at the artwork on the 4K, and I was kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, the artwork, I just don't know why they can't use the original theatrical art, man. I see some of the artwork and I'm like, yeah, it's good, but you have that wonderful, beautiful made theatrical art. Why wouldn't you use that, man? I think sometimes Back to the Future, it's so fascinating because it's such a great trilogy, but it's gotten a lot of releases where it's been really lackluster, dude. Whether it's the artwork or whether it's the packaging, like sometimes, like, I swear they just can't get it right, dude. I hope with the 4K that they do. I mean, this is a pretty decent edition. I like some of the artwork in here, but I just wish we could get the theatrical art, man. I'm still waiting for that day when we eventually get that. I'm sure the movies are going to look great in 4K, but just give me that goddamn theatrical art, bro. I can't be the only one, dude. I just had to point that out, man, because it kind of frustrated me, and I know that it's frustrated other people on Facebook, and they commented on it, so maybe they're going to change it, but I don't know. I highly doubt it at this point, but we'll see what happens. Not half bad, guys. I mean, not half bad this week. Some interesting stuff here. Some unique surprises. Not half bad overall, man. Let's head out. I don't understand. Somebody explain this to me, please. I don't understand it, man. Why are we seeing a crap load of Twilight being featured? Why? 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 Twilight Forever? Twilight Forever? No! No Twilight Forever! No! Oh God, no! Oh no! No! Oh no! No! Oh no! 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 Oh God! Why? Why promote Twilight? Why? Oh Lord! I love this Walmart. I love this Walmart so dearly, but God damn it, man! No! God damn no! Why would you pay the money for that? I've seen that shit over at the Dollar Tree, man. Ridiculous craziness, dude. Oh, God. Twilight gets me real angry, guys. Oh, good Lord, man. But that being aside, guys, actually not half bad. I mean, not a lot of indie titles came out. It is on the slower side of a release week, but still a couple interesting indie titles to check out. Not half bad. I wanted to give this second Walmart a chance just because you never know what's coming out until you go and check for yourself. And I definitely wanted to give it a look. Not half bad, guys. I gotta cool my anger down from the Twilight display. But regardless, this one always delivers on some unique stuff, and this time is no exception. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's head to the next location.
All right, everybody, we are at our next location. And I have to admit, you know, this has been actually a pretty decent out and about so far. I was thinking it was going to be pretty bad and not much media to see. But we've seen some interesting surprises and a lot more media than I thought we were, man. And what are we going to see at the next location? Well, of course, we're at the Beast Best Buy, baby. So I'm kind of curious what Best Buy is going to have. Now, mind you, my Best Buys in my area have been a little light on product from time to time. They've been getting better, but they're still on the low end a little bit. So I don't know what this Best Buy is going to have in store, good, bad. I guess we'll find out, man. Maybe some surprises with the Beast. You never know. So let's head in. Check out what the Beast has in store for us. All right, we are in at Best Buy, and the first thing I'm seeing over here, and it's the only thing over in this section, is the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray Digital Collectible Steelbook of Wonder Woman for $29.99. Not sure if this is brand new or not, but it's the first time I'm seeing it here. Actually looks pretty nice, honestly. Nice steelbook, not bad. Pretty cool. Man, there's been a lot of releases of Wonder Woman. There's been I think another steelbook, and there's been other various stuff that I've seen since its release, and I can see why. It's a popular movie, dude. I mean, people love it, so why not put out another steelbook of it, especially in 4K? Go for that extra dollars, man. Why the hell not? I mean, dude, okay, look, I don't outright hate the DC EU. It's fine, man. I mean, there's some that are really decent, and there's others that is pretty much a crap fest. But Wonder Woman, out of all of them, to me, is seriously the best. And it's kind of crazy because you would think Man of Steel would have been the best, or Suicide Squad, or maybe Aquaman, or Justice League, but it's Wonder Woman. And I think the reason why is because, first of all, no one had ever really made a Wonder Woman, great flick before. They had never really given Wonder Woman the kind of love that she had always deserved. And I think a lot of people went in kind of skeptical of this movie because they're like, okay, it's Wonder Woman, you know, all of the jokes about her and everything, and, you know, obviously Batman's better and Superman, and oh God, this is gonna be a rough thing to watch. And people left the theater like, oh my God, this thing is amazing. This thing is kick-ass. Gal Gadot, who, before this, Gal Gadot had small roles in some of the Fast and the Furious movies. And she comes out here guns blazing. She's amazing as Wonder Woman. And at first, when I first heard of her casting, I was like, she's kind of a toothpick. She's kind of really, not very fit, physically. And I'm like, for Wonder Woman, she needs to kind of bone up, and I kept thinking of other actresses, but she really convinced me, man. She was great in this role, sympathetic, very badass, and really gave you a lot of the emotion and the understanding of that character. She's great in here. I think Chris Pine is great here as well. He's awesome. I love him in here. And I like Chris Pine. I'm not always a fan of Chris Pine. It depends on the roles, but he was a really great great counterpart to Gal Gadot, and I like their chemistry together. The movie's great. I love the mythology of it, and it really feels more of a standalone movie. It doesn't have much that really connects it to the DCU, which I think is another thing too. There's a lot of these movies that connect to other films, and you got to watch that film to connect to this film.
But Wonder Woman is not that way, and I think that also benefits the film too. I think it's a great flick, man. I think it's awesome, and to me, it's probably the best DCEU film we've seen yet. I don't know what you guys think. Definitely let me know, man. Not bad special features either. Pretty damn good. Now, what really sucks is, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for Wonder Woman 1984 for quite a while. Dude, I want to watch that movie, dude. I'm so hyped. The trailer is so awesome, man. I love that they're going into the 80s. I think she's going to be really kick-ass yet again. I'm kind of wondering how the fuck Steve Trevor is even alive, but whatever. I hope they're going to explain that shit. But, like, to me, man, that's a highly anticipated movie, and then the coronavirus happened, and that's gotten delayed. I think it's going to get delayed yet again, unfortunately. I think we're just not ready for movies right now, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong, but Wonder Woman 1984 is high on my list, guys. It really honestly is. If it's half as good as the first Wonder Woman film, then we are in for a great treat by far, man. And what a friggin' cool steelbook, man. Not bad. Some Wonder Woman steelbook goodness. Wonder if we're going to find any more steelbooks around here. Well, with Best Buy, it's always a possibility, guys. You never quite know. Not half bad, man. Pretty decent of a steelbook. Let's see what else Best Buy's got. And we are over on this side of Best Buy, guys. And the first thing I'm seeing over here is they have the Blu-ray digital of The Outsider for... Yeah, there is no price, guys. So apparently it's free. Well, I kind of doubt that, but unfortunately we ain't seen no price here, man. Now, this is a really great series, and I really did respect everybody's involvement in this and how they reshaped the material in order to sort of make it fit into a television narrative. Now, I will admit this, at the end of the season, there is a bit of a tag that kind of hints at maybe there will be a sequel to this, like a second season, possibly. And I have to admit, guys, I'm going to be real with you. I really hope we don't get a season 2, man. And the reason why is because I just don't see the point in doing this. Like, you told a really great, solid story that was really intriguing, very well made, and then to try to dilute it with a second season and try to have the same intrigue and mystery, I don't think you'd be able to pull that off, dude. I really don't. And it's the same thing with, like, sort of doing a second season of Watchmen for HBO. It's like, at a certain point, you've told the story. It's really fantastic. People loved it. You know, drop the mic and go home. You know what I mean? Don't overstay your welcome. And I kind of feel like sometimes these companies like HBO and everything, they kind of do that. And that's really unfortunate, man. It really honestly is. But I will have to admit, though, that when I was watching this show, what really sort of stood out to me about this, watching it, is watching it through a television series versus a movie. You know what I mean? And that's really the thing I'm kind of curious to you guys about, because what do you prefer? Do you prefer your Stephen King stories being in the movie form or being in miniseries television event form? I'm kind of curious, because this show is great, but if you were to, like, pare this down to 2.5 hours, would The Outsider be as effective as it would being sort of a 10-hour sprawling limited series epic where you kind of get to breathe a little bit within the story, get to know the characters a little bit more? I love movies, guys. I do. And 2.5 hours is a long time to tell a story. The unfortunate thing about this is that with Stephen King, man, there's a lot of material, man, and you gotta, within a movie, you have to pare down stuff, you have to combine characters, you have to shorten up the plot, shorten up characterization. There's a lot of things you have to do. Within a within a TV format, an 8 to 10 hour events series, you can stretch things out a little bit. You can breathe. You can tell the story the way you want to. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of really great Stephen King movies that I love. But there's also a lot of really interesting Stephen King miniseries that I like too. Things like The Stand and Storm of the Century. Stuff like that is really good. And I don't know how that would have translated into sort of a movie form. Would it have been shortchanged? Would the story not have been effective? I mean, look at something like The Dark Tower for a second. Dark Tower is such a sprawling and epic book series, and they made a movie out of it. Yes, they wanted to make more, and that was only one movie, but at the same time, the movie felt very shortchanged. It felt like they had to compromise, whereas if you made The Dark Tower into a television event, I think you might actually be able to pull it off. I'm kind of curious where you guys lie in your Stephen King, whether it's movies or limited series sort of TV event stuff. I'm kind of curious to where you guys lie. For me, I gotta admit, I think I'm half and half, man, because as much as I like the TV series event stuff, I also really like the movies, and I like what they've done with the movies. Things like Christine or Doctor Sleep or The Shining, stuff like that, which I think under a certain filmmaker and under people who know how to tell a creative story, it can be done well, but also can be done really well in a limited TV format. Definitely let me know what you guys think about that. You do get here a 6-part making of featurette. A ton of them. You have the Outsider Inside episodes as well. Not too bad special features, but this is definitely, if you're a fan of Stephen King, this is one definitely worth getting, guys. I think it's actually really, really interesting, really intriguing, and honestly, a really great Stephen King tale. Yeah, I really did enjoy this one, guys. Then the next thing I'm seeing here is they have a lot of steelbooks, man. I'm seeing like steelbooks for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen right here, which actually doesn't look that bad. I really like that design of the steelbook. They have this for $7.99, which is a great goddamn price. They have one for Dark of the Moon for $7.99 here, which is actually really cool. I like that art too. The art's not half bad. They like that. They also have one for Age of Extinction too. Well, that's actually a really badass steelbook cover. God, I like that one. She's ashamed the movie blows. Fuck. That's really great, dude. They got that, and then of course they have that Transformers The Last Night ones. I mean, these are actually really cool steelbooks, and $9.99, $7.99, really great prices. Unfortunately, guys, these movies suck. I mean, I'm sorry, dude. If you guys like these movies, I don't want to shit on you or anything, but dude, these movies are not good, man. I mean, to me, I mean, some of the robot designs are really cool, and some of the robot action is cool as well, but I have to admit, man, I mean, the Transformers can be done way, way better. I mean, you look at Bumblebee, and I'm just going to say it, dude, I think Bumblebee is, outside of the original animated show and the animated movie, is the best Transformers film to date, and actually the best live action one we've had so far. I mean, there's interesting things in these movies, but dude, I was massively disappointed by the Transformers franchise, and I'm kind of hearing rumors that they're gonna reboot it, and if they do, I'm really hoping that they do a good job, because I think you can do so many great things with the Transformers franchise, but doing sort of, poop and fart and sort of dick jokes in your Transformers movies and piss jokes and everything and goofy shit, dude, get that out, dude. You don't need it. And I hope when that franchise does eventually get rebooted, we get something really fantastic, dude. That's my hope. I know they're doing that Netflix animated series as well, which is something I'm really looking forward to also. They have that. And then I'm noticing over here they have this really massive Blu-ray DVD digital copy limited edition gift set with exclusive steelbook packaging for Star Trek Into Darkness, and includes the villain ship in here. Holy shit, man. And I looked and I'm like, it's $7.99, and I thought to myself, that's got to be some sort of like mistake, like clearly, because this would normally be priced a hell of a lot more than $7.99, but no, I looked clearly at the tag and it is $7.99, which shocks the living shit out of me, guys. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm literally looking at this, I'm like, wow, you get like this gift set with the villain ship and the steelbook, and I'm like, it's only $7.99. Like, dude, I wish I loved the movie. I think Star Trek Into Darkness is a real sort of crap Star Trek film, man. It's really, out of the three new ones, I think it's probably my least favorite, which really sucks because it's a great limited gift set, dude. It's really fantastic, man. Look at that. Yo, that's awesome, dude. But again, for $7.99, it's a great goddamn deal. But I just wish the movie was better, man. It's the same thing with the Transformers. I'm like, $7.99 is great, but that's only if you like the movie. I don't hate this movie. It was sort of my early introduction to Benedict Cumberbatch. I still like Chris Pine as Kirk, and I like all those new people, but the story, dude. See, the problem is that Star Trek reboot, man, it was so good. And I thought, God, there's so many great potential places that you could go from here. New stories to tell, you know, and great things to explore. And then they go back to Khan. And I'm like, why? Khan was so iconic. You don't need to redo Khan. And then there was that whole J.J. Abrams thing before the movie came out. Well, it's not really Khan. It's this other dude. And I'm like, dude, come on. Just stop bullshitting the fans and say it's Khan, okay? Come on, dude. But yeah, I thought the Khan stuff here was weak. The story, man, I thought they really faltered with it with the second one. And it's a real shame because they hit a home run with that first one, and this one they just really sort of whiffed on it in a big bad way, man. Sucks. I like the Star Trek franchise, and for $7.99 is a great price, but that's if you like the movie, man. It really sucks. Pretty cool set though, I gotta admit, man. Then I'm seeing they have the complete 17th season of NCIS here, and the creme de la creme of comedy right here. Airplane, baby, the steelbook for $14.99. Look at this. Oh my God, we didn't see it last week, and I was like, oh shit, man, it's all sold out. We're never gonna see it. And dude, I'm so happy to see this thing, dude. Fantastic. Oh my God, man, awesome. Comedy gold, dude. Now, look, man, I love Airplane. Airplane is a comedy classic. It's a comedy spoof classic as well. And honestly, this movie ended up really spawning so many other movies around it, so many other spoof films, for good and for bad. I mean, it spawned stuff like The Naked Gun. It spawned, you know, the Scary Movie franchise and all those other, like, Not Another Teen Movie and Not Another Superhero Movie and all that other stuff as well. This is gold to me. It really honestly is. So many great performances, so many great actors in here. Leslie Nielsen is fantastic here as well. Robert Stack. And a lot of these actors is really interesting because if you look at Leslie Nielsen's career before doing this movie, or Robert Stack, like, a lot of them, they weren't really known as comedy guys exactly. And this movie sort of opened up their careers in a big bad way. And especially for Leslie Nielsen, who did some really fantastic stuff. Like I said, the Naked Gun stuff. He did Spy Hard, and he did, God, that vampire spoof movie that I do enjoy that one as well. He's done a lot of really cool stuff, man. The Zucker brothers as well, who were a part of this, who went on to do some really fantastic spoof stuff as well. Like this, there had been other stuff before Airplane that had been done spoof-wise. There had been other things done before this, but this was the one that really broke through, and I think it did because it was clever in its jokes. The humor was goofy, but yet you could relate to it. And I just think the gags were genius here, man. I love this, man. Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. Oh, fantastic, man. Airplane is great, dude. It's so interesting to think of, like, the movie came out in the early 80s, and to think that it still holds up to this day. is crazy, man. And that's a good movie is gonna do that. A movie like is 40 years old or 50 or 60 years old, if it's good, and if the jokes are still solid and the story is great and the characters are enjoyable, it's gonna last. It's gonna last a lifetime, guys. An Airplane does it in spades, man. So good. The Inflatable Pilot. Do you like movies about gladiators? Like, great. Oh my God, man. And by the way, thinking about this movie now, you can't make this movie nowadays. Honestly, you cannot make this film now. There are a lot of jokes in here that a lot of people would frankly get offended by. The whole like jive speak and everything like that. I have a feeling like if you did this today, people would be offended up the ass, dude. But again, that's why I love these older movies, because they could get away with stuff that you just can't do now, dude. This PC world was not built for movies like Airplane. Trust me, dude. But I know that my enjoyment definitely is built for it, man. Oh, so good, dude. So good to see this. This is so fantastic, guys. If you have never seen Airplane, it's a great comedy, it's a great spoof movie, and it's a great, really, time capsule of, like, the late 70s, early 80s time period. Really, really great movie, dude. And the steelbook looks awesome, man. So good, dude. A lot of new special features and original special features as well. Oh, so good. Airplane, man. Fantastic, man. Love that fucking movie. And the other thing I'm seeing is they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray collector's edition of the Deer Hunter from Shout Select. Now, I definitely know we have not seen this at any of the stores yet, man, for $24.99. I was actually curious if we were ever going to see this at a Best Buy, and I hadn't seen it yet, but lo and behold, it's here, dude. Man, I haven't seen the Deer Hunter in so long, man. It's been such a long time, man. Oh, dude, the Deer Hunter is fucking classic, man. And all those great actors, Robert De Niro, John Savage, Meryl Streep, Christopher Walken, really great, man. This is a movie that not many people talk about. Like when they talk about Christopher Walken or De Niro or Streep, like, this movie doesn't really come up a lot of times. And I get it, it's not as high profile as some of the other stuff they've done, but still, this is a fantastic goddamn movie, dude. It's basically about these sort of like army buddies who basically go through hell and back in the Vietnam War. And as it says, it's just a saga of friendship and courage and the brutality of war. And it's really just a fantastic movie, dude. Like, we talk about a lot of movies about war, whether it's Born on the 4th of July or Apocalypse Now, Platoon, stuff like that. And those are all great movies, and they're really fantastic, and I love them. But those are really high profile. But this one is really amazing, guys. Really fantastic. And one that honestly does not get the love that it really deserves, dude. This is fantastic. Now, I know that this is Shout Factory's first 4K Ultra HD release ever. They've never done it before this, so this is their very first one. I'm kind of curious what this would look like in 4K. If it's done well, I think it would look really good. But it's one of those old flicks that may or may not benefit from 4K, but you guys definitely got to let me know. But I'm glad that this is getting a release, man, because it's such an underrated flick, man. De Niro's fantastic, so is Walken, Streep. It's one that not many people talk about, but goddamn, they should, dude. This is fantastic, man. Really great, and the special features here are awesome. Deleted scenes, interviews. Man. Great, dude. And an unforgotten classic, I would say. Resurrected on Shout Select. Not bad. And I'm sure the 4K, if done well, is pretty damn good, man. Not half bad. If you love a little De Niro and Walken and Streep, well worth your time. And then over in this steelbook section, guys, I'm seeing a couple of steelbooks worth looking at. And the first is actually the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital of Apollo 13 for $22.99. Man, we are seeing a lot of steelbook love today. Holy shit, man. Wow. I didn't know they actually put out a steelbook of this. This must be one of the more, like, brand new ones, like 4K Ultra HD Apollo 13 25th anniversary. Very nice, man. dude, I don't know what more I can really say about this movie more than what's already been said about it. It's a classic. It's a Tom Hanks classic. It's a really great sort of exploring space and sort of the NASA program. It's kind of interesting because if you really think about it, there's not many movies like this. I mean, okay, there was First Man with Ryan Gosling, which, by the way, is a really good flick. I really do enjoy that one. There's like that old school one with Tate Donovan, Space Camp. Okay, dude, like the Space Camp one, that's not really to be taken seriously. But Apollo 13 is a really wonderful movie, and it really explores the troubles and the dilemmas and the heartache and everything that went into this Apollo 13 mission. And it's so fantastic, man. Kevin Bacon is really fantastic here. Bill Paxton, Gary Sinise, Ed Harris, Tom Hanks, everybody hits it out of the park, dude. This is a phenomenal movie. Not only is it a phenomenal space film, it's a phenomenal film directed by Ron Howard, who does an amazing job with it as well. It's kind of interesting because there's certain movies that come out, whether it's like Saving Private Ryan or Apollo 13 or something, that is like, those are sort of like, those are the gold standard. It's almost like they've sort of like hit it out of the ballpark and no one can ever sort of do it again. And I kind of feel that way with Apollo 13, man. I really honestly do. Like, First Man was great and I love it, but it pales in comparison to Apollo 13. And every sort of movie like this, like the NASA program stuff, I'm always sort of putting it up against Apollo 13, dude. It's a phenomenal movie. The visuals are fantastic. And on 4K, it's got to look absolutely amazing. If done right, Apollo 13 in 4K, it's got to look stunning, guys. Great bonus features as well. Not bad, dude. If you've never seen Apollo 13 and really enjoy space exploration, it's a must-watch, easily. And I do think it's a classic that is one of those ones where if you're a movie lover, you just have to watch it. So great, dude. So fantastic. They have that. The other one I'm really noticing is the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray Digital 40th Anniversary Limited Edition Steelbook of Blues Brothers, baby, for $22.99. Oh, man. Now, this actually came to Best Buy stores when the pandemic was really raging big time here in like New York State and other areas. And I always was like kind of pissed because I'm like, oh no, man, I missed out on my chance about checking out this steelbook. And I'm so pissed, dude, because they're probably gonna be all sold out and none of the Best Buys are gonna get it when it comes back. But I'm like so thankful it did, dude. Man, so cool, dude. Blues Brothers, dude, just like Airplane, is a comedy classic, dude. It's absolutely fantastic. It's basically about the Blues Brothers. So good, man. Man, Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, and basically these brothers go on this sort of musical and spiritual and religious journey to sort of, I guess, get the band back together in a lot of ways, I would say. And all the sort of fun and the crazy hijinks that go on, man. Dude, Blues Brothers is so fantastic. It's really amazing, man. The chemistry between Belushi and Aykroyd is off the charts. They were amazing friends, and it really shows on screen, dude. I love the music here. I love the great sort of bluesy music that you get here, and people like Aretha Franklin in this is so fantastic, man. The singing here is phenomenal. Even like Aykroyd and Belushi even went on tour as the Blues Brothers and going to city to ended up like, you know, playing shows and being a musical act. I mean, they really got into this, man. It's so fantastic, dude. Directed by John Landis. Such really great actors in here, including young Carrie Fisher, man. Oh, dude, young Carrie Fisher was in this. She's fantastic here as well, man. So good. Ray Charles, James Brown, Cab Calloway. Oh, man, so fantastic, dude. This movie is great. Now, actually, crazy enough, I saw this movie second. I actually saw Blues Brothers 2000 first. I saw that movie, the sequel, years ago with my mother and her friends. We went to go see it, and I fell in love with Blues Brothers, man. I fell in love with the music and the vibes and sort of the black outfit with the hats, and I loved it all, man. And then I was like, oh, there's a first film, and so I went and saw that, and dude, I fell in love with that one so much, dude. Belushi, I miss Belushi so much, man. Such amazing comedy potential that man had. And the fact that he's no longer with us, dude. I look at movies like this, his run on SNL, Animal House, I see all that stuff, and I think to myself, man, the movies he could have done, the comedic performances he could have had. The guy is a comedic legend. Only for a short while that he did the stuff that he did, he is a legend by far, dude. He's amazing. And this movie is a testament to him, that it's lasted as long as it did, because people just love it. It's the music, it's the timeless comedy, it's the great, comedic hijinks. It's everything that really makes this movie what it is, man. This movie is absolutely phenomenal. And honestly, well worth your time, dude. You gotta get up on this. This thing is absolutely amazing, dude. Blues Brothers, so fantastic, dude. And this steelbook, I love it. With sort of the religious, them sort of floating on the clouds. That's actually really cool. When this thing got announced, I was like, I didn't really like the look of it, but now seeing it in person, it actually looks really cool, dude. It looks really awesome, man. I like that a lot. For $22.99, that's a really great one. If you've never seen Blues Brothers, definitely watch it. And I know, guys, people shit on Blues Brothers 2000 all the time, but honestly, I think Blues Brothers 2000 is really fun. Sue me, guys. I like both of them. I think they're really cool, but clearly Blues Brothers is the better one by far, man. But my God, man, there was so much stuff to check out this week. A lot of steelbooks, some really sort of unique and interesting exclusive stuff from Shell Select. Finally got to see Airplane. Not half bad, man. A lot of really cool stuff to dive into this week over at Best Buy. And I thought it was going to be a train wreck of a week. Shows what I know. All right. Pretty damn good. Let's head out. Now that is what I am talking about, guys. This was a really great trip to Best Buy, man. I mean, we saw like 7 or 8 different exclusive steelbooks that I had not seen before. We saw some stuff from Shell Select. There's some other interesting titles as well. Oh, dude, this is the Best Buy that I know and that I love. Now, mind you, look, dude, I'm still seeing a lot of emptiness in the shelves. I'm still seeing them struggling, but every single week they are coming back slowly but surely, and I'm so happy to see that, dude. I mean, seeing these cool releases is really awesome, man. And I didn't even think that we were really going to get any sort of interesting exclusives this week, but Best Buy always proves me wrong, dude. And this time is no exception by far, man. I really enjoyed it here. This was a phenomenal week here at Best Buy. It blew me away. I wasn't expecting it, man. I hope you guys weren't either. Very pleasant surprise indeed. The Beast delivers yet again. Not half bad, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's get out of here.
All right, everybody. We are at our last location, and you thought Best Buy was going to be it. Nope, not at all, guys. I think you guys might have thought I forgot about this sale, but I definitely didn't. Oh, yeah, I think you guys know where we are. And that is none other than Barnes and Nobles. Yeah, man, the Criterion sale is going on. 50% off all Criterion titles. Come on, it's a sale that's hard to beat, man, and a lot of really wonderful and awesome titles to check out. Really great editions, artwork. Criterion is some of the best, man, and I can't wait to go in and see what Barnes & Nobles has to offer. Let's go in and check out all the Criterion goodness. Ah, yes, the Criterion Collection Barnes & Noble 50% off sale. Very nice. Look at that. Oh, that Criterion goodness. Not half bad, guys. See what they got here, man. The Kennedy films. Robert Drew and Associates. Never heard of that one. That one looks good. They have
King of the Hill, directed by Steven Soderbergh. I have never heard of this one. Dude, I gotta tell you, like, Steven Soderbergh is one of my favorite directors of all time, and I've never heard of this one. Kind of makes me feel bad, dude, that I've never heard of this one. Huh. Huh. It looks really cool, actually. King of the Hill. That don't look half bad. Have that. They have Ernest Hemingway's The Killers. Ooh, Charlie Chaplin, The Kid. Very nice. I kind of hope that Criterion does more Charlie Chaplin, because there's so many really great Charlie Chaplin flicks that still have not made it to physical, and I'm hoping they do that at some point. Have that. Sweet Deadly. Great cover, man. I love that cover. I love Jazz. That. Clute, great film. Clute is awesome. If you guys have not seen Clute, man, Clute is great. It's an awesome flick. Of that, they got Cage and Eve. You know what I gotta say, man? With the Criterion stuff, they do some of the best, like, covers. I mean, I know it's not the original art or anything, but it's like the covers they do are so cool, man. God. The Last Temptation of Christ, great Willem Dafoe flick. That. The Last Emperor. Louise. The Leopard. Heaven. Color Blimp. Ooh. The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. If you guys have never seen this, this is a recommendation from me, man. I love this movie. This is a great movie, man. I don't love all of Wes Anderson's films. There's a lot of Wes Anderson flicks that I don't like, but this is my favorite Wes Anderson film of all time, man. The Life Aquatic is so great. And you know why? Because I'm a fan of, like, really dry, like, over-the-top humor. Like, sometimes that doesn't quite hit for other people, but it hits for me. Kind of like the dry humor that's in The Office at times. Like, I love that stuff where other people kind of look at me kind of weird. And The Life Aquatic has that stuff, dude. I love that, man. So great, dude. And Bill Murray is fantastic in that movie, man. That. Humanity. More Chaplin goodness. Someone in Love. Local hero. Ooh, Lost in America. Lost in America is a really great film with Albert Brooks. He's really great in this movie. And actually, it's a really great movie about the American dream. Really is, man. I love that flick. That's a really good one. You know what's another really good one? Is The Lure. I found The Lure before a lot of people were talking about this movie. And basically, it's about these two mermaids who are washed up on shore, and they end up becoming like this sort of lounge singing act for this nightclub. And it's about sort of manipulation and about, like, your true self, and it's so fantastic, man. It's a foreign language film. I believe it's like a French film, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, or Polish. I think Polish, yeah. But it's really great, dude. I love the mermaid effects here. I think it's really well done, dude. There's not a lot of really interesting killer mermaid flicks that are on Criterion. In fact, there's only one in The Lure. Really great one, man. They have that. They have Manchurian Candidate. Really great flick. I love that one. The remake with Denzel, not so much. But this one with Frank Sinatra, I believe, it's really great. I like that one. And they have Enjoy. Here it is. A Night to Remember. Jeez, has a great cover with the Titanic, man. It's an awesome cover. Night Porter, Night on Earth. City. Food. City, Nashville. Island. Oh, My Dinner with Andre. Fantastic. Oh my god. Dude. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys probably have never watched My Dinner with Andre. But I really like My Dinner with Andre, dude. I really do. Why? Because no lie, like it's just a fascinating movie about these two guys having this really like philosophical conversation. Like, and it's just the whole entire film is that, man. It's really interesting. And I remember years ago, I was working at this store, and this guy, good kid, and he was, asking me about like recommendations for movies, something that was going to change his life. And I think, Jesus, oh my God, I got to pick something that's going to change your life. And I chose My Dinner with Andre. I have no fucking reason why I even picked the goddamn movie. I said, yeah, watch My Dinner with Andre. Years later, no lie, guy comes up to me. I see him at fucking another store with like my girlfriend or something, and he thanks me so much. He says, dude, that movie changed my life. Like, you recommending it, dude, it was such a profound viewing experience, and it stuck with me, and oh man, it changed me. And I'm like, really? Like, My Dinner with Andre changed you? Okay. Shit. All right. I guess my recommendation was good. Like, I'm like, dude, this movie is not for everybody. It's just a lot of like like a lot of talking, man. But I find it fascinating, dude. I really do. This is one where not many people are gonna have that in their collection, but it's at least a fascinating watch, at least once, man. And then they have Naked Prey. Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Great cover, man. And really weird film, dude. But really great to watch, man. At least once. Multiple Maniacs with Divine. Oh, wow. Dude, Divine was great. And John Waters, man. I love early John Waters, man. Things like, well, Serial Mom was sort of mid that, but like Pink Flamingos and stuff like that, like he did some weird stuff. And Divine, man, give that chick some credit, because she did things on film that I don't think many people would do, man. She was bold, dude. Really great. They have Multiple Maniac there. The New World. Terrence Malick. Actually, not a bad film. I actually like The New World. Actually, pretty decent. I like that one. Fear, Mildred Pierce. Very nice. I got that. Metropolitan. Nice. Cool. Beatty. They got that. They got. Oh, that's a great cover. I love that one. Man Who Knew Too Much. Alfred Hitchcock. Great cover, dude. And I wish they would have released more on Criterion of Alfred Hitchcock. I know that a lot of the studios release a lot of stuff that he's done, like a lot of re-releases, but not much through Criterion, though. And then Session. Orpheus. Oh, that's cool. Like that. I like that. There. Oh, Pan's Labyrinth, dude. Pan's Labyrinth is fantastic. I am a huge fan of Guillermo del Toro. I think he's a brilliant filmmaker, man. And this is a wonderful movie. This has had many editions. It's had a regular Blu-ray release. It's had a 4K release and a Criterion. I suggest getting the Criterion. I know it's not 4K, but dude, Criterion gives these films a lot of love. And this movie is such a great foreign language horror period piece, which, dude, Guillermo del Toro hits it out of the park, man. This is a brilliant film, dude. Love that. Sort of taking fairy tales and turning them into these very beautiful but haunting nightmares. Fantastic, man. Personal Shopper. I've heard of Personal Shopper, but I've never actually seen it before. Kristen Stewart. Yeah, I know this is Kristen Stewart, isn't it? Yeah. I heard it's actually pretty decent. They're doing supernatural drama. I gotta definitely watch this one at some point. I've heard good things about this flick. Personal Shopper. And Princess Bride. Dude, classic. Princess Bride is absolutely classic, man. One of the best fantasy romance movies of all time, dude. It is amazing. Love this flick. Classic, dude. If you have never watched Princess Bride, this is another one for any movie lover. This is a must watch, dude. Got that. They've got The Prince of Tides, which, by the way, my mother saw this in the movie theater when this got released long time ago, dude. She loved this movie. But then again, she really loves Barbra Streisand. I mean, look, my mother's Jewish, okay? Jewish ladies, especially Jewish old ladies, are destined to love Barbra Streisand. It's just a prerequisite, guys. This honestly isn't a bad movie, though. Criterion? Maybe. Where's Yentl? They have that. They have Raisin in the Sun. Great flick. Rebecca. Another really great Alfred Hitchcock flick. If you've never seen Rebecca, this is early Hitchcock. I believe it is. This is a really great Hitchcock film from 1940. Fuck, man. This is great, dude. Honestly, a lot of people know, obviously, Psycho and The Birds and Vertigo, and they know all that stuff. But, dude, outside of that, I'm always telling you guys, look into these filmmakers and look at their, like, early history of film and sort of the ones that are sort of flying under the radar. Those are the really unique ones, and Rebecca's really unique, guys. Definitely give this one a look. And The Red Balloon, really great flick there. Repo Man, which is a really cool flick with Emilio Estevez. Really great one. I love the cover on that. Very punkish, very badass. Roma, one of the Netflix stuff finally coming to Criterion. Very nice, dude. Roma was good. I liked Roma. It's a little long. It's kind of dragged out. But I have to admit, though, Roma is really fascinating. And it's beautifully shot, man. And I love black and white. And I think Alfonso Cuarón did, for the most part, a really great, fantastic job with this movie. And I don't think it would have gotten love in the theater. I think, coming to Netflix, I think it got more high-profile look to it. Which is really great, man. See, I see movies like Roma coming to Criterion, and I'm thinking, oh, more movies from Netflix coming on physical, please. Can we have that happen? That's awesome. Have that. They have also. They have another one named Roma. Room with a View. The Royal Tenenbaums, great flick. Love this movie. This is a really fun one, and the actors here are great. Really quirky film. But you know what is one that I really love is Rushmore. Dude, Rushmore is one of my favorites. Absolute favorite of mine, man. So good, dude. Bill Murray is fantastic here, man. Playing this sort of smarmy, sarcastic jackass guy. It's a really great flick, dude. It's kind of a little bit bizarre and out there, but that's generally the type of films that Wes Anderson does, though, man. I mean, Steve Zissou's my favorite, but my second favorite is Rushmore. So great, dude. Love that one. That 51st, they have The Year. When We Were King, very nice. Blu-ray special edition, not bad. They have that. We Were Kings. They have Vermont. They have The Virgin Suicides, really great flick, man. The Virgin Suicides, man, that is a dark film to watch, man. It's really great, and the performances are really fantastic here, man. But it is a tough watch, man, but a fascinating movie, dude. It's a really great flick. Look at that. Oh, The Vanishing. Great flick, The Vanishing, man. Now, this is the original one, because they did do a remake with, I believe, Jeff Bridges and Kiefer Sutherland, if I'm not mistaken, which is actually the first Vanishing that I watched before I ever watched the original, and that's a really good film. But The Vanishing is really, really great, dude. I love the story of just this guy who is obsessed with finding what happened out with his girlfriend and meeting up with this guy, and just what he finds out, dude, and what happens to him, dude. It crushes me, man. When he sort of says, you want to find out what happened to your girlfriend, and he sort of, you know, says yes, and what happens, dude, I was like, oh my god, it crushed me. This is a great flick, man. It's a great flick. Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me, so good, dude. I am such a huge fan of Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is like king to me. I love that shit. It's so bizarre and so weird, and a lot of it, no lie, makes absolutely zero fucking sense. Like I'm literally going through it, I'm like, dude, if you can understand this, God bless you. But I love the weirdness of the story. I love the characters, the quirkiness of it, the imagery. David Lynch, man, when he comes up with an idea and a concept, like, you just sit there and you're just like thinking to myself, my god, where does this guy come up with this stuff in the recesses of his mind? So fantastic, man. Out there in the sun. Traffic, a really great Steven Soderbergh flick. I love that movie. Another one I really love is A Thin Red Line. I've always talked about war films. I've always talked like movies like Saving Private Ryan and some of those other like newer ones like We Were Soldiers and stuff like that. But The Thin Red Line is probably one of my favorite war movies of all time. It really honestly is. This is a Terrence Malick flick, and it's such a haunting film, and just really a very sort of surreal and brutal look into war. And I think it came out around the same time as Saving Private Ryan, and I think, unfortunately, Saving Private Ryan is great, but it got more love, obviously, so Thin Red Line kind of got pushed to the background. But this is such a great flick, dude. I love it. Very underrated war flick. Tom Jones. To Be or Not to Be. Great. That. Really fantastic flicks, man. Sweet Smell of Success. The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. Something Wild. Great flick. This is a really great one, man. Jeff Daniels is awesome here. Melanie Griffith, Ray Liotta. Really fun flick, man. Not really something I would consider for Criterion, but I'm kind of glad it got a lot of love, dude. It's actually pretty fun. That... The Reigns... Sisters, really great Brian De Palma flick. Margot Kidder is awesome here. Really fantastic flick there. Silence of the Lambs, dude. Silence of the Lambs is amazing. Like, one of the best movies about Hannibal Lecter ever. Buffalo Bill, Clarice. Great. God. So good, man. So good. Great addition, man. Yeah, Sid and Nancy. Awesome film. Awesome film. Shampoo. Great. God, look at those early actors, dude. Warren Beatty, Goldie Hawn. Man. Blast from the Past, dude. That's a great flick, too. Shame. Sex, Lies, and Videotape. Another really great Steven Soderbergh flick, man. This is another one that's really, like, seedy to watch. And it's one of those movies that so cannot be made today, man. I guess you could, but it would be done in a different way than what it is here. But it's a great film. It's intriguing characters, but it is kind of seedy, though, man. Really great. Scorsese shorts, wow. Dude, man, so much really great stuff to check out here, man. So fantastic, dude. I love coming here for the Criterion sale. They have so much great stuff. Let's see if they got anything else to check out. Oh, and on the other side with more Criterion Collection goodness. Damn right, guys. Oof. Yeah, 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days. Definitely haven't heard of this one. Okay. 2007, interesting. They got that. They got Friends, Ace in the Hole. The Age of Innocence. Actually, Age of Innocence is actually a pretty decent movie. I really like that. Daniel Day-Lewis, Michelle Pfeiffer, Winona Ryder. This is definitely one that nobody really talks about, man. Especially people who are fans of Daniel Day-Lewis. Like, they talk about a lot of flicks. So, you know, of course, I'll drink your milkshake. But they don't talk about the Age of Innocence. Pretty good one, honestly. What Heaven Allows. Oh, Antichrist. Oh my god, dude. Okay, dude, no lie. Lars von Trier is one weird ass fucking filmmaker, dude. That guy, oh, dude, he is. Man, the imagery and the stuff he puts in his films, man. Dude, God bless him. I don't know how he gets away with that shit, man. But Antichrist, I remember the first time I saw Antichrist, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's this weird imagery, and like the hands are coming out of trees, and like this relationship that these two people are having is completely breaking down. Like, what the fuck? It's so bizarre, man. And honestly, makes no sense to me, but it's really fascinating of a movie, dude. Oh, 12 Angry Men. Very nice, dude. I love this movie. This is a really great courtroom drama. It's an old school one, black and white, but it's so good, man. Basically, it's about these guys that have to try to convict this case. Convict or let go, and it's so interesting because it starts out where the room is pretty split. Some people are on one side, some people are on the other, and slowly diving into more of the evidence and more of people's personalities and their beliefs and the arguments that happen. It's really fascinating, dude. Now, they actually did do a remake of this with Jack Lemmon years and years ago, and that's actually a really good flick too. I actually really enjoy that one a lot. Not many people talk about that one. That's really good, but this one, the original, fantastic, man. That's a great flick, dude. We have that. David Lynch. A Married Woman. That. Badlands Ball. Ah, Being There. Nice. Oh, great. God, what a great flick this is, man. Ah, oh, dude. Man, this is a really great one. And actually, it's one of the only serious films that Peter Sellers ever did. A lot of people will know the dude from the Pink Panther films and some of the other goofy stuff he's done, but Being There was like his opportunity to be a really serious actor, and it's a really fascinating movie. I mean, unfortunately for certain actors like Peter Sellers, everybody's only going to know them for the comedy, not really for the dramatic work, but he always wanted to be taken as a serious actor. And unfortunately, he didn't get many opportunities, but Being There was one of them. Really good, man. Damn, they got... Oh, Bamboozled. Wow. God, it's been so long since I've seen this flick. Man. Dude, this is another one that you seriously, and I mean seriously, you cannot do this film ever again. I seriously mean that, dude. There is no fucking way in hell that you could ever do this film again, dude. The way our society is, like, they just wouldn't tolerate it, man. It's a great flick. I actually really enjoy it, and I like a lot of these type of movies that Spike Lee did, but this one, man, oh, dude. I mean, it's a great flick, but very controversial, man, and it'd be even more controversial today, actually. Belle of Algiers, The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night, great flick, man. I love that Criterion released that. It's really awesome. That. Alpheus. They have Dead Man with Johnny Depp, I believe. Yeah. It's not a bad flick. It's alright. Yeah, the Darjeeling Limited. You know, I didn't really like the Darjeeling Limited. This is one of the lesser ones of his, of Wes Anderson's. I know some people really love this movie and really defend it, and by all means, I understand why, but I never really got into this one, unfortunately, as I wanted to. That they also have they have Kronos. Oh, speaking of Guillermo del Toro, guys, this is Guillermo del Toro's very first movie. It's a vampire fantasy film, and it is so fantastic, dude. I love this. This was before Mimic, before the Hellboy stuff, Blade 2, Shape of Water, all that stuff, man. He did Kronos. Kronos is great. It's a foreign language flick, but I'm telling you guys, if you love Guillermo del Toro, if you love vampire films, this has to be on your list. So good, man. I love that movie. High recommendation for that one. That they also have Close Up. There's a Flying Drake. City Lights. Circus. Ooh, Cat People. Great flick, man. Great original Cat People. Like, of course, they made a remake to that years and years later with Malcolm McDowell, which is actually not a bad film. It's actually pretty good. I would definitely be interested to see another remake, sort of redone for modern times. That would be kind of interesting. I love the cover, dude. That's a great cover. Carnival of Souls, great flick. That is. Bull Durham. One of the best baseball movies of all time, hands down, man. This is glorious, man. Susan Sarandon is great here. Kevin Costner is awesome. Tim Robbins, really fantastic flick, man. Love that one. Buena Vista Club. The Bridge. Making Waves, of course. Oh, dun dun, hey 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 hey, ooh, ooh. Okay, I don't know my love there. Oh, this is so good, dude. The Breakfast Club is so amazing, man. Oh my God, I was so happy that Criterion releases this because there had never been a really great solid edition of The Breakfast Club until they put this edition out, dude. This is one of the best teen movies of all time. The cast is incredible. John Hughes, dude, rest in peace, John Hughes, man. He was a goddamn legend and did so many really great films that still stand the test of time today. And The Breakfast Club is one of them. Like the stereotypes from high school is still alive to this very day, man. So fantastic. This movie is so fucking it's quotable. It has great memorable lines and imagery. Oh, dude, God, so awesome. That Boyhood, I like Boyhood. I wasn't in love with it, but I thought it was really fascinating what they did filming over the course of this kid's life. It was very, very fascinating how they accomplished that. I thought it was good. I didn't outright love it, but I thought it was good though. Bottle Rocket, very nice. This is another one where I'm kind of like on the fence. I like Bottle Rocket, but I'm not in love with Bottle Rocket. It's decent though. It's not bad actually. Ready to Kill, Stallion, Hanging. Oh, very nice. They have Brazil. Dude, Brazil is a great flick, man. I'm a huge fan of Terry Gilliam. I think he's a brilliant director. This is a really interesting sort of in the future sort of police state type of flick, man. And it's so interesting and fascinating, even in today's world. Like, Brazil kind of it's still really powerful and actually says a lot about society now more than it did even back then. Like, really fascinating stuff, man. Brazil's really great. And so is Don't Look Now. Oh man, God, Don't Look Now, so good. Another really great old school Kiefer Sutherland flick, man. What's really great is that him and his wife, they sort of lose their daughter. She ends up dying, and he's seeing this little girl in this red coat that he remembers his daughter, and he's trying to chase her around town. And all the while that's happening, there's like murders that are happening, and like he's got to figure out what's going on with the murders and who this little girl is. Really fascinating stuff, man. Really great, dude. Awesome flick. And so is Do the Right Thing as well. This is a powerful film, man. I think out of all the Spike Lee films, I think Do the Right Thing is honestly my favorite of all of them. I think this movie still has so much to say about society, even today, man. I mean, you think back in the day, like, you know, this had a lot to say, man. We still have a long way to go, man. Do the Right Thing is powerful stuff, man. I love that flick. Lessons. Ooh, Election. Dude, Election is fantastic. Matthew Broderick, Reese Witherspoon. This is great. This was, I think, the very first time I ever saw Reese Witherspoon. I was a huge fan of Matthew Broderick, and this movie, man, is basically about how power hungry somebody can be, about manipulation, about strong women, about men's role in society versus women. Like, it has so many things to say wrapped up in like a high school election flick. Like, it really is very fascinating, man. It's a dark comedy, man, but so good, dude. Sir, Eraserhead, another really great flick. God, Eraserhead, man. This is another bizarro David Lynch one, but really great, man. That's a fascinating one. Europa Report, Face in the Crowd. Jabberwocky, really great flick. In the Heat of the Night. Really wonderful film, man. Sidney Poitier, dude, powerful, man. So good. God, such a great flick, man. That Hoop Dreams, really great. A great one. Hoop Dreams is really good. A really great one. So is Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Oh, so good, man. This is really great. I know that, didn't they do a recent edition with Neil Patrick Harris, I believe, playing the role? I'm almost thinking he did. There's been a lot of different adaptations of Hedwig, but this one's great, man. If you've never heard of Hedwig, never experienced it, it's kind of like, I put like Hedwig alongside something like Rocky Horror as like ones you have to watch to experience. It's that good, man. Heaven Can Wait. Flick. The Great Escape. Really great flick, man. Love that flick with Steve McQueen. Great flick. That is. They also have Haxan. Now, I know Haxan recently came out not too long back from Criterion, and a lot of people were really intrigued by Haxan. They were like, oh my god, it's like this forgotten gem from 1922. Shit. Like, a lot of people were really excited about this, and I've never heard of it, but the cover to this is really haunting, man. I don't know what the fuck that thing is, man, but it's man, that would give me nightmares, dude. From 1922. I heard good things about it. I gotta look that one up, man. Then they've got Mrs. Robinson, I believe you're seducing me. Oh, that's great. Oh, so good. This is a really great flick, man. Oh, dude. Anne Bancroft, man, she was gorgeous back in the day, and Dustin Hoffman is still an amazing actor to this day, man. Great flick, dude. This is another film that I don't think you could do nowadays, guys. Yeah, definitely not. The Great Dictator, Ghost World. Man, I gotta admit, dude, like this sale is always amazing to me. I love going through and searching all of the Criterion titles out. It is so fantastic, man. Oh, dude, this sale blows my mind every single time. Coming in here and checking out the stuff that I know and I've loved for years and stuff that haven't even experienced yet. Dude, it's so cool coming in here and checking this sale out, man. It's so awesome. So much really fantastic media over on this side and over here as well. Oh, dude, I love me some Criterion. And 50% off, dude, you can't beat it, man. If you've never checked out Criterion, definitely do it, guys. Well worth your time. Let's head out. You can't beat the Criterion sale, guys. So good, dude. I look forward to this sale every single year. I know it happens in July, and I know it happens, I believe, in November as well, and I look forward every single time. And I don't buy a lot of Criterion every single sale. I buy maybe one or two Criterion, and the reason why I do that is because I kind of want to save stuff so I can come back to the sale when it happens again. I kind of do that. Is that weird that I do that? That I kind of only get a couple and then wait for the next sale and grab a couple more, and the next sale after that and grab a couple more. I do that because I love the sale so much, and I always want to go back to the sale, and I always want to find new and interesting things, but also pick up the stuff I know and I love at the same time. So I love kind of doing that. And you know, it's sales like this sale when it's 50% off and you get to give movies a chance that you never would have. Really great contemporary films, old school classics, unknown gems. I mean, Criterion puts out a lot of really wonderful stuff, and this is the type of sale that really gets people to be a movie lover and into things that they wouldn't normally do, because you give movies a chance that you wouldn't have because of that great sale, because of that 50% off, dude. It's really well worth it, dude. If you have a chance to go into your Barnes and Nobles, definitely do it, guys. You will not be disappointed by far, man. Very happy this time around, and a lot to check out. Not half bad, guys. Well, guys, I picked up a couple of flicks. I picked up My Dinner with Andre, and I picked up 12 Angry Men. Those are two that I've wanted in the Criterion collection for a while. Finally got to pick them up. You know what I was looking for, though? I was looking for Marriage Story. I wanted Marriage Story, dude, and they didn't have it here, man. I think it's one of those ones that's a really popular title, so right now we're just not getting it. But I was really hoping to find it, man. Oh, maybe next time around, guys. Maybe. Well, still, the sale is pretty damn good. And actually, they have a lot more than they had the last sale. So I think they're stocking up because people are definitely devouring the titles by far, man. Not half bad. 2 Criterions and a lot more to still get. But again, that'll be for the next sale. Not half bad, guys. Hope you guys have checked out the sale indeed. Well, now let's head home and finish the video. All right, everybody. That'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And boy, oh boy, what an adventure this week was, wasn't it? Boy, look, man, I've said it time and time again, and it really bears repeating, guys, is that, look, I looked at the schedule on Blu-ray.com, and I said to myself, oh my god, okay, you got The Outsider, you've got, some Scream Factory stuff, a little bit here, a little bit there, but not a lot. And then going to the stores and seeing the really cool selection and the titles and some of those really great Steelbook exclusives from Best Buy made it
so well worth it going out and doing it this week, guys. It honestly did, man. And on top of that, finally getting a chance to going over to Barnes & Nobles to check out the great Criterion sale as well. So this was a jam-packed week for me, guys. And it really proves that just because it may be a slow week as far as what we think is going to be physical media wise, it's not until you enter into those stores that you really know what you have, man. And I was so pleasantly surprised, dude. It was really great. A week that could have turned out to be really disastrous and not a lot to show off turned out to be beyond fantastic. So really great, guys. I hope you picked up something good. If you did, definitely let me know. As far as I'm concerned, well, I showed you guys that I did pick up the 2 movies off of the Criterion Collection sale there. 12 Angry Men and My Dinner with Andre. I did pick those ones up, but I did pick something else up. I was at Best Buy. Those steelbooks are awesome, guys. I had to give at least a couple of those a look, and I had to, guys. I picked up Blues Brothers and Airplane. Of course, I had to. These things look absolutely stunning, and I'm kind of going to open them up right now just to kind of show you guys and look at it. It's really cool, man. Honestly, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and on the other side, fantastic. Look at that. That's great, man. So this is a great movie. Awesome. Oh, look at that. Very cool, dude. Fantastic, man. I've honestly, have you guys realized that I have never owned Airplane in the collection before? I've never had, actually. So this is the first time it's actually ever going to be in the collection. Kind of wild and crazy to think that, but it really is true. So finally have that in the collection. And of course, Blues Brothers. Now I've actually owned Blues Brothers on DVD before. And at some point I got rid of it because I was going to pick up the Blu-ray at some point in time, and I never honestly did. So I was kind of like, yeah, whatever, but glad to finally pick it up now. And on the backside, oh, so good. So good, man. And on the inside there, fantastic. You have Dan Aykroyd on one side, and then, of course, you have John Belushi on the other. Fantastic, bro. Fantastic indeed. Good to have this one back in the collection, and very good to have Airplane now in the collection. 2 great steelbooks. Damn glad that I have those guys. And that is not the last thing that I got, guys, by far. I also ended up getting a couple packages in the mail. The first package that I got is a package from Diabolic DVD. Yes, you guessed it. Another package from Diabolic. They love me, guys. This is actually an MVD release. And it is a, woman in prison, held captive, having to fight for her life type of movie. It's one I've never heard of, and it's one I wanted to give a chance to. I looked at the trailer, I'm like, oh my god, this looks really sleazy, and just kind of all kinds of crazy women action, and I'm like, oh, that's definitely for me, so I'm gonna pick it up, man. So I decided, what the hell, so I got that one. And then the other one I got is a package in the mail from Make Flicks. Now this is the first time I've actually ordered from Make Flicks, but this is a title I was very interested to check out, man. It is a shot-on-video horror, action, sci-fi hybrid. It really actually reminds me a lot of Nightbreed. I was kind of looking at the trailer and looking it up and doing my research. I'm like, wow, this looks really interesting. I like the cool creature design. I like the plot. And I love Nightbreed, so it kind of reminds me of that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give this one a chance, man. I'm interested to check this one out. This was a blind buy, and I figured, what the hell? I don't have a lot of shot-on videos. There are some that are really good. There's some that are really bad. Where is this one gonna lie? I'm really curious about this one, guys. So I got these 2 packages right here. These 2 packages are very unique titles. But you guys will not get to find out exactly what I picked up until my Blu-ray pickup video, which will drop next month. It'll show off all of the titles that I picked up for the month of July, and it's gonna be a good one for July, man. There's a lot of cool limited editions, out of print titles, collector's editions, retro 80s, 90s. You know how I go about it, guys. A lot of cool, unique stuff, indies. So definitely make sure that you keep up to date to check out what I'm getting in the mail, what I'm gonna be doing for the Blu-ray pickup video. I think you guys are gonna be very happy what I pick up. I pick up so much bizarre and weird shit, guys. But a lot of times, it's always well worth it. And before I let you guys go, it's nothing to do with Blu-ray news and 4K stuff, none of that talk. It's about saying thank you to you guys. And I really feel I have to say thank you, dude, because this past weekend I put out my Dollar Tree movie hunting video. A lot of you guys really seem to love me doing those, and this one was a really tough one to do. I wanted to show off as much of the media as humanly possible, go to a few stores, and the video is 3.5 hours long, man. It's a long video, dude. I forewarned you guys, and yes, there was a little bit of pushback saying, man, this is really too long, you gotta cut this shit down, and, this is, and just a lot of frustration. But, like, 95% of the comments were really wonderful and really great, and you guys really were going out of your way to watching the videos and giving me really wonderful comments and really enjoying what I did, man. I'm not gonna lie, YouTube is a commitment, dude. It really is, man. And there are weeks, literally weeks, where I have no time for anything, man. My head is spinning like crazy. In the matter of 2-3 days, I may get 5-6 hours of sleep at best. And then on top of that, I get out of work and I'm just really tired and weary, and sometimes I just think I can't go on anymore, man. I'm just like so consumed by so much stuff, and it feels like everything is closing in on me. And there are weeks where I literally just don't want to do this. There are literally weeks where I sit there and say, I don't know how much longer I can go on. And doing that Dollar Tree video, before I uploaded it, I knew, okay, my God, this is 3.5 hours. And I'm like, God, nobody is going to want to be interested in this thing. And I took all the time and I took all the effort to do this. And it's going to be all for naught because nobody's going to care. And how wrong was I, man? Because you guys amaze me. Every single goddamn week you guys amaze me. Of going out of your way to watching the videos and commenting and supporting, and it blows my fucking mind, man. It does. It honestly blows my mind, because when I started this YouTube channel, the only goal that I had for myself was to make videos that I thought were interesting, that I liked talking about. I never thought anybody was going to come on board watching my stuff. I never thought that, man. I just thought, okay, I'm just going to talk about this movie or do that, because you guys have no idea how much of a sheltered life that I lived before I started YouTube, and how much of a shy human being that I was. And I could have never expected myself to go out of my way to do this. I mean, yes, I was always slightly outgoing to a certain degree, but to go to stores in front of customers, in front of all these people, and have them look at you and still maintain your composure and go out there and do this, I appreciate anyone that does this because it takes balls, man. It takes massive balls to do this stuff, and I never thought in a million years I was ever going to be one of them. And I know that I go out of my way and I talk a lot and I sometimes over explain, and I get it, guys. And I know sometimes that you guys might think, oh, gee, well, why don't you shut up? But I get it, man. But to me, I always want to be true to myself, and I always want to talk about these movies and give you these great interesting thoughts that are in my head and give you information and try to be entertaining. And I don't care if the video is 5 hours long or if the video is 5 minutes long. I don't care. As long as I'm entertaining to you guys, as long as I bring some sort of value and entertainment to your life, then I've done my job in some small way. Because, dude, I get it, man. Like, every single day is so goddamn tough, dude. It really is, man. Work sometimes beats you down. Rude people, you get road rage. Sometimes you're having a really fucked up day. Dude, I get it, man. I get it because I've been there. I am there. Every single week I deal with something. But I know you guys are a lot like me and I'm a lot like you, and I go out of my way to make sure that you guys enjoy your week in some small way. And if I do that in some weird way by watching a 3.5 hour video, then hopefully I've done it, dude. But I was so worried about this because I thought, oh my god, man, this is such a long video, and these people are just gonna say, oh my god, Film Fan 108 has lost it. Seth has gone bonkers, and he's out the door, man. And 3.5 hours, dude. We're not gonna deal with this. And you guys continue to amaze me. Anytime that I've been down, you guys have picked me back up. And I can't thank you enough. So thank you guys so much for everything you do. Honestly, because even though you may thank me, it's honestly thanking you. Because it amazes me that I'm on YouTube in the first place, and it amazes me that I have the type of love from you guys to go out of your way to watch videos of me talking about movies. God, blows my mind. But if it brings you guys a little bit of entertainment, then great. Because I know that you guys give me so much support and love, and you guys really are the best pick-me-up in the world. You guys honestly are. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Truly, truly thank you. I just wanted to say that. I really honestly did, man. Thank you so much, guys. Really, for honoring what I do, supporting the channel, the great comments. Thank you so much, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday videos. Check out the movie hunting, like the Dollar Tree videos that I've done. Check out the Blu-ray pickup videos. Check out the theatrical movie reviews I do with my friends as well, plus so much more content on the channel. If you're a lover of movies and physical media, hit subscribe and be a part of the Film Fan Nation. And just so you guys know, be on the lookout this upcoming weekend for the Blu-ray pickup video for June. It is finally going to be released after quite a while. Finally. So I hope you enjoy that video when it comes up, and keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. FilmFan108. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for your love and support, and I will see you back next week for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD Out and About video. Take care, everybody, and happy hunting.